Julius Malema has made another explosive statement about President Cyril Ramaphosa, insisting that the Phala saga is far from over. According to the EFF leader, Ramaphosa cannot escape accountability and could eventually face trial if legal processes continue. Before we continue, please kindly subscribe, like and comment your opinion below. Speaking on the ongoing Phala controversy, Malema argued that President Ramaphosa should have resigned much earlier to avoid what he described as the country's dirty laundry being exposed in public. He said the impeachment process must be allowed to continue without political interference, and vowed that the EFF would oppose any attempt to stop or review the process.
What's going to happen to Ramaphosa after the Phala impeachment?
He's going to jail.
He's going.
Ramaphosa?
No, he won't maneuver.
There's no way. Ramaphosa is going to jail. It might not happen now.
Is there a history of that in terms of our legal system? I mean, just yesterday, the court has now said enough with Zuma, Stalingrad. Come 2nd of February, the trial is starting. It took 20 years, I mean, almost literally, right? Is there, in your view, a possibility that that's what Cyril Ramaphosa will try and do?
Well,
instead of going to jail,
that's why I said to you, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Jail is going. Only death will save him. But jail is going. Look at Zuma, 20 years. You can count so many years. He can go and interdict that judgment and then proceed with those appeals and what.
Yeah.
He will still have to stand trial. It's unavoidable. So it's a waste of time. What do you do? Ramaphosa, and then people say, no, this is not about the president. Or we support what? Because they voted against the panel report because it said Ramaphosa must be subjected to impeachment. So everything has got to do with Ramaphosa.
Yeah.
So that judgment, you might say, procedurally, they were saying the parliament did not follow procedure. At the end of the day, it's Ramaphosa. But where the Constitutional Court now says, straight, it's like monopoly, don't claim 4 rand, straight.
Go straight to jail.
Straight to jail. It says straight to impeachment. Not the speaker will determine whether there's impeachment or they don't say many things.
But what about him taking it to review? Because they did open that,
but also,
that window.
No, they say in the absence of the court order, no one can stop that impeachment. So the review is not a court order. No, a review is not a court order. There must be a judge, like Judge Ledwaba, who said the CR17 is sealed in the office. There must be a judge who says impeachment is stopped until the review is heard.
And that is unlikely to happen because that was a decision of a highest court.
You have to go there. You have to the highest court
to ask them to stop their own decision.
You have to go because there's no lower court that is going to say to the higher court, your decision must not be implemented. No, you must go to the higher court. Ordinarily, president knows that for him to stop that thing, he has to go to the
politically
court.
Is it strategic for him to stay in office and go through what will be really brandishing of dirty laundry if the report, the Section 8 report, is anything to go by from a point of view of the allegations being made against him? Why do you think that he's insistent on going through this process? He's not even trying to go for an interdict at this point to say stop or wait until I review and then you can come in.
You know, I was one of the people who advised Ramaphosa before he was elected ANC president. I said with him, his team had to call me because they had a problem with him on how he was conducting his campaign. I said with him and I advised him. I remember at some point he was questioning me about something else. I said to him, do you want to become a priest or do you want to become a president? And those guys were so shocked that there's someone who can speak to him like that. I said, in a discussion like that, we have to be honest with each other. So in order to win a conference. Remember, we're stopping a Zuma phenomenon at the time. And I'm made to choose between the two devils, which one is a better devil. And I chose him and I advised him. And we got even before they knew that I've got a good relations with him.
Yeah.
And then he just developed an attitude after these Phala things, you know.
Yeah.
Because if I still had that access, I would have said to him, this is how politics work. You must resign. Once you remove yourself from the scene, people lose appetite.
For that impeachment, even that process.
Okay, let me deal with the impeachment.
Yeah.
Impeachment is not about 2/3 majority. Impeachment, it's a court process. You are worried about 2/3. What that's no issue.
Some say the end. Right at the end.
We don't want that 2/3.
Yeah.
You can keep it for what it is. We are going to put Ramaphosa's workers there. If he doesn't resign, it means he's fighting. Therefore, we'll have to go and sit in that committee and fight. We'll have to put Ramaphosa's workers there.
And they'll tell us all the stories.
Even the ones you don't want to hear, you don't know about them. That's how workers work. You know, JJ. But we will judge a letter and go plasing. Well, late. Cheleta told me uchiwa. It's not for the first time they steal the money there. You remember at what year? They tell stories, workers.
Yeah.
There was once money stolen there. And Vuyani was accused.
Yeah.
They beat him to death. There is his shallow grave in that farm. You are going to get what you are not looking for. That's what Madlanga is dealing with.
Yeah.
That's what the other committee is dealing with. We are looking for drug cartel. We are now dealing with Nkosi. We are dealing with useless things. But we were told the country is run by drug cartel.
Yeah.
But we're dealing with something else. That's what impeachment is going to do.
So your advice to him would have been to resign in order
once you resign,
not to have this dirty linen.
And you know why I will not sit in that committee if he resigns. Because remember, that Louis guy you're talking about of the DA,
yeah,
so uneducated, typical whites, right? He says, no, he must not resign because if he resigns, he won't sit on impeachment. Because listen to this fool. You can impeach a former president. When Ramaphosa resigned, the impeachment doesn't stop. But politically, people lose appetite because you are no longer on their face.
Yeah.
You are no longer here.
What is your
So once they lose an appetite,
yeah,
you know, when the CIC wants to sit there, they're like a chief.
But is that strategic discussion not happening within the ANC?
No, they don't have it. They allow this bully of an SG to run them amok, and the guy has got no respect for process. Doesn't respect even ANC internal processes. That's why when he loses a conference, he disband people and put his lineup as interim leadership. He's going to do that in the Eastern Cape. So he has no respect for process.
But don't you agree with what Prof was saying, that if they were to remove him, they are not ready for the alternative. They are not ready for succession.
Prof is wrong. And Prof must be very careful about that response because it borders on racism, right?
How?
Look at the Western Cape Premier.
Yeah.
We don't know that guy. Look at who's that? Look at the Cape Town mayor. Who's that? Look at John Steenhuisen. Who's that? What struggle credentials do they have? What do they bring on the table? Yet they occupy positions. Prof is unwittingly saying there is no black person who can succeed President Ramaphosa. That's what she's saying. Why was there a successor we didn't know?
Saying Paul Mashatile skeletons.
I'm saying, why was there a successor in Western Cape that we didn't know of? And no one questioned it? Why? Who's this boy to lead the DA and to run our country from behind the scenes? And no one says, hey, there's something wrong. Who's this guy? Paul.
Yeah.
Is a rightful successor by the law of the ANC. And Prof should know that. The constitution of the ANC says, in a situation where the president is unable to discharge his responsibilities, the deputy president shall take over.
Are you ready for Paul?
Yes. That's what you chose, Mus. What must I do? That's what South Africa chose. What must I do? I have a deputy president now.
Yeah.
If Ramaphosa dies, what's going to happen? And if you are genuine about it,
Yeah.
Prof, are you saying Togodi Diza can't be president? If you're honest
She
about
definitely
it,
can
Prof,
be. Yeah.
if you're honest about I'm giving a woman, because there's nobody, I'm helping her, Prof. I'm helping Prof. I am not Prof. Is Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma not capable to be president? Is Naledi Pandor not capable to be a president? Am I not capable to be a president after running such a stable machine for 13 years, despite the challenges? What are you saying, Prof? There's plenty of people. Why?
Yeah.
Because you are a political head. They are people who are responsible for the governance of this country. You just play an oversight over them. That's why Prof can be president. She just passed the motion of no confidence on herself. She said, I can't see anyone outside Ramaphosa. That's wrong. We are just there to play
All right,
an oversight.
Let's predict what's going to happen. There's a 31 man committee, committee that is now impeachment, right? What is your prediction? I mean, do you think that at some point sense will prevail for Ramaphosa to see that his review is not going to stop that process? Nor will it make that process better or lighter? Because remember, what he's gunning for, or hoping or praying for, is that some judge will say this report is rubbish, therefore it will stop the process.
That judge will have to face Maya, not me. I wrote to Ramaphosa's lawyers this morning that, remember, we're an interested party. If you are going to review the panel report, please cite us. If you don't cite us, we're going to apply that we must be joined to that case.
Yeah.
And we're going to demand cost from you, because we want you that everything you do on Phala, you must pass here.
So you want to oppose the review?
We're going to oppose the review.
Yeah.
And then we are going to oppose any possibility of interdicting the impeachment.
Yeah.
Because those are two things. Review has got nothing to do with impeachment processes.
Yeah.
Yes. I said to Lebogang, my good friend of mine, Lebogang, I don't care whether you vote against it or not, but I'm going to say to you, this is what your president did. And the evidence is so overwhelming. Use your politics and your numbers and your conscience to decide what you want to do. Let them vote against it, but let the truth come out. And we'll bring the truth out. It's not about, and that's what judgment number 3 says. It says, more than finding, voting in favor or not in favor, it is important to be transparent so that when a voter makes the next vote, is aware of what is at play here. Transparency is what your president was elected on. We were told is the most transparent man, is going to bring accountability and so on and so forth. What he did since he came into office was to block transparency. That's what he did. He has been seized with blocking transparency, either using majority, now using the courts, because majority are not going to work now. The numbers have shifted.
What do you make of him firing Tolashe yesterday? Do you think it's a
He's got no moral standing to even talk about Tolashe. We're at the highest level now. When he leaves, Tolashe goes. It's automatic. When a president resigns, the cabinet gets dissolved. So why should I be worried about Tolashe? It's like taking me to concentrate on cockroaches when I'm confronted with a crocodile. I get all of them through him. It's not only Tolashe. Remember, they say Maruping, what's Maruping's name? In the presidency. They say she also, it is alleged, she also received cars. There are many of them.
But it's not firing that one.
No. It's not firing Steenhuisen, despite the fact that cows are dying. And Steenhuisen has got no plan on how he's going to save the cows. Remember, it's not just about cows. It's food security. The issue of foot and mouth disease is food security. Direct threat to food security. A minister is not in any capacity to deal with that matter, but he stays.
We are run by crooks, if you listen
So
to Madlanga.
it doesn't care about us, and then don't create an impression with Tolashe that you must be seen to be doing something. It's very interesting in terms of ANC internal dynamics, because Tolashe is Mbalula's person, and Tolashe belongs to Krisani faction. Go there and them, and he went directly there, unless he got consensus from them that let's use here so that we shift focus from you, and then we concentrate on it. And that's what all of you are doing. You are falling into that trap of moving from him into non-entity.
Malema maintains that no one, including the president, should be above the law, and believes the legal and political consequences surrounding the Phala matter are unavoidable if institutions are allowed to do their work independently. However, it's important to note that Ramaphosa has consistently denied wrongdoing and has challenged allegations made against him through legal and constitutional processes. No court has convicted him in relation to the Phala matter. The debate continues to divide South Africans, with supporters and critics holding sharply different views on what should happen next. What do you think? Should the legal process continue without interference, or is this becoming more about politics than justice? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more South African news updates.
Libandla leMaswati lavalelwa ngumncelo wafakwa ngumbuso welibandlululo leMaswati Sovereign Restoration Committee selibhalele umengameli wesikhwahlande nomzane Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa ukuthi kubuyiselwe umhlaba weMaswati ngaphansi kwenkosi yabo ingwenyama silo semhlaba baphindze futhi babhalela nayo iAU. Ibandla lisebenzise isigaba se-34 semthetho sisekelo walela life. Mabhalane waleli bandla Dingizwe Culture uchaza kabanti
impumelelo yonke umhlaba weMaswati. UN ithathe i-resolution in 1962 ukuthi iSouth Africa ibuyisele umhlaba weMaswati, umhlaba weBesotho, umhlaba weBatswana. Ever since then, iSouth Africa ayikawubuyiseli umhlaba. Simbhalele uPresident weSouth Africa simkhumbuza ukuthi akabuyisele lo mhlaba weMaswati. Njengoba nathi ukuthi wanyalo thina we have been assimilated into South African identity. Maswati. So Maswati have lost their identity.
A few moments later.
Yona Sonzani, Japan mdlwenguli. Maphepha inkomo, maxwatha, mahlutsa abantwana etikolweni nasemakhaya, njengaloho yahlutsa emanjwele ehlwitsi, yobekale kakho, ubadlwengule, ubagcine uthi abafati bakho. Ucabanga nje ukuthi kunemhlaba lo domele wena. Emakhositive uhlwa ngileli chashada lesicebhezana sakho. 1.2 million people only. Mina could have helped you to create livable wage jobs for Swazis. Very, very easy. Just one state of Virginia could have uplifted Swaziland. One state of Virginia. The one entity that I work for could have provided you with all the diagnostic equipment you ever want and all the drugs and medication. But usilima, awuphanzele eMaswati, uhambe to 14 countries last year alone. Nothing to show for it. Kutolo buyanako. Ubuyela wa Spain, the 5th richest country in Europe, an agricultural-based economy. You could not strike one deal. Wabuya litela wachele eMaswati kuti buso Spain fike wethu inkomo wathi ngibabana. And that's it. Manje akuna healthcare la kangwa. Bantwana balati kolweni bathengisa ngemtimba. From secondary to high school to tertiary. Abana mfunzate la bantwana. Meanwhile wena uhamba ngemawashi abo 500 million US$8. Jacob the jeweler custom designed for you. In the meantime wakhe ma vanity projects la kangwa. Bo $21 billion hotel. Waka airport in the middle of nowhere lengakadzingakali. Bolindani bafune emasonto batsa kwakhe welisonto la kangwane. Ufuna kwakhe iparliament. I mean nje makhositive, you can't take care of Swazis. Kufike abantwana lapha wabangcwabisa kwetinja. Timfucuta angithi bakulethele batali babangcunula abantwana bathi hambani njikitela inkosi makhosetive nimkhomse ingcuza nimkhomse tibunu nimkhomse mabele nimkhomse konke bese nihamba ngicela umhlanga bafa labantwana etandleni takho through reckless endangerment to children. Transport them in cattle trucks. Wathi kahle usingeke ubafake bobantu bakho bosikhanyiso lapha kulama trucks. But ufaka abantu bebantu ngoba demfucuda. Bafa abantu bebantu. Wabathatha ngemasaka. Watshela amasotsha amba umgodi lapha. Wabafaka emasakeni wahamba ubalahla lapha. You cannot do basics for Swazis, and you think you want more people and more land so that you can sell the land to Chinese, Arabs and Indians like you do in Swaziland. Uphizitimite maswati la uthi phumani seyakho lenzawo. Lanza mashayina masulumane mandiya uthi thathani nyanipha nikeni imadlana. Yathi udlalele ngeliva makhosetive. Ugeca abafati 47 David Simelane solo yamondla le. Siyathi solo mfuyile inja yakho. Kuyakheka lokwe youth lapha eSouth Africa nyalo. You must listen to what they are saying. Bakwathi ukuthi usilima. Bathi abafuni to come under your brutal oppression. Udubule bothulane maseko la banetikhalo. Uthatha wavalela abantu bomthandeni bacede lapha ejele bangenasona. So why do you think you deserve more? And do you really think South Africa will give you Kruger National Park? The number one visited area in South Africa is Kruger National Park, and it's a huge revenue generator for the government of South Africa. Number one area for tourists throughout the globe is Kruger National Park. That's where I'm going. I'll be there in a few months, bringing my children and my ex-wife. And I will come into Swaziland as well. And there won't be resolution 174 this time. You fuck with an American. You get away with Thulani Maseko. You get away with Sakile Orosumsibe. But Monty, I guaranteed you, you fucks with Monty, you get what you deserve. The 3 senators, I work with them on Capitol Hill. Young from a causative. Okay. Usili manembala. I mean, you come some law, my best to tell more people and more land. Fusek, weanya, my quats, I'm showing Willie my pepingo.